Hey, Shagdog Spinner Swallow Beer Review here with
Jammerfan, hey, what's up? But today I'm
Hey,
Shagdog. I'm Shagdog fan tonight.
there you go. Don't let Jammer know that. He's going to get jealous. We're doing a double beer review. I had Morning Glory by Swamphead Brewing Company out of somewhere in Florida. I forget where.
All right, and then out of Colorado, I've got Barmen Pills. This is only available in the Trilogy mix pack, or at Coors Field if you're going for a game. Only two places you can get it.
Yeah, this is out actually Gainesville, Florida.
Nice.
Swamphead Brewery. This is a blonde, American blonde ale, but it's Vanilla Coffee Blond Ale. So Beer Advocate gives this one a, let's see if I can find it again, 81 overall. It's American Blonde Ale, 5.3% ABV, and it's rotating seasonal. And then yours, I believe, is 87 by Beer Advocate with the Barmen Pilsner there. It says 5.1% ABV on Beer Advocate. It is saying it's year-round, but I don't know if that's true or not. And then it says,
What's weird is there's two Beer Advocate entries for it, actually. There's
is there?
one that's from Coors Field. It says something about Coors Field on there. And then there's another one, if you just search the name of the beer, that only has one review, but it's a guy who had the same mix pack as me, and this is actually 5.5%, it says on the can.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably possible. Yeah, because the one I see has the SandLot Brewing and then Coors Field, Blue Moon Brewing Company.
Yeah, so this one's 5.5. Let me see if I can, for all the people at home, let me see if I can get that. Or actually, you know what? This is saying 5.0%. It's hard to see, like, very silver. It's kind of hard. It's that like real silver relief, but no, this is 5.0. So I guess maybe that's close to 5.1. I thought this was 5.5, but I guess it's 5.0.
Yeah. The last one I had, it didn't even have it. Well, I had an A10 hog something on the Beer Advocate, but it didn't have A10 red IPA, and it was 7% on the can. And the other one said 6.1. So I guess you never know. All right, good. Give this a pour. One of my special pours that only I can do.
So what style is that again?
It says American Blonde Ale, but it's coffee, vanilla coffee.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like those blonde stouts that they do, those white stouts sort of, where it's like a light color, but it's got the...
Yeah, it has coffee smell to it and everything, yeah. Interesting. It was like piss coffee. And it is called Morning Glow. For a second there, I thought it was called Morning Glory. I was like, oh, Morning Glory.
Morning Glow, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to just be the sky, because we have a chair there with a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
and
like it's the morning glow of the sunrise.
Yeah, having a cup of coffee with the morning glow, yeah. Or it could be a pregnant girl. Yeah, not bad. Now, I went to this place. It's about 30 minute drive, depending on traffic from here. And that's the closest place to get something different than what I get in my town. So, but they've downsized. Even before COVID started, I went to a different one in Brandon, Florida. I'm like, man, this is a lot smaller than the one in Wesley Chapel. Then I went to the one in Wesley Chapel about 2 months later. I was like, wow, they downsized too. They used to have like 4 aisles of beer. Now they got one aisle, like beer on this side, and then on this side a couple beers and mostly ciders. And I'm like, I'm so pissed about it. So now, basically, to get some good beer, we got to drive almost an hour to get beer, like way down by the stadium. You know, the only place I know of in Tampa area. So, all right, you pour yours already, or?
I was just waiting for it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pour mine up. Real quick, I want to say the story of how I found this beer. I have a local, I guess you can say just bottle shop or beer shop that I go to or whatever. And I will say that they're good at procuring stuff that just dated out. So they had this trilogy pack from Coors that, so The batch 19 and the Barmen they don't expire till April, but the Coors, it comes with 4 Coors Banquets, and those expire 2/28. So when they code it out, these guys bought them really cheap, and they're selling them for $9.99 a 12 pack for the mix pack versus the $17.99 normal retail price. And check it out. It came with like authentic batch 19 right there. So it came with 4 batch 19s, 4 Coors Banquets, and then 4 of the Barmen Pilsners. And I bought a 12 pack like a week ago, and I was like, man, like these beers are good. Even revisiting Coors Banquet, I was like, it's been a while since I've had that beer. It was nice. And I looked at beers or Coors Banquet at Walmart, and they're selling it for $12.79 in my area. So getting this mix pack, even if it was just all Coors Banquet, it would have been a good deal. But the fact that it had all these in it was a good deal. So, I'm probably not going to do this, but on the back of the can, it talks about the Barmen pour. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. And it's a 7-minute pour that they want you to do. I tried it the first time I had it. You're supposed to pour it like do like a total crazy head pour on it. And it comes with, so here's what it says. The perfect barman begins with the perfect pour, and that perfection takes time, 7 minutes to be specific. And then you're supposed to pour straight down the middle of a Pilsner glass until it's filled with more foam than beer, and allow the foam to reside for 2 minutes. Then, as the foam recedes again, you begin your pour again, and you pour the rest of it in until you get the final drops. You're supposed to get 3 creamy fingers of foamy head before you drink the beer, is what they say. But I do have this oversized Pilsner glass, so I'm gonna try to do what they say. I'm gonna back away from the computer a little bit. I don't know, just in case this thing. But you're literally supposed to do this thing, so I'm gonna try it, man. I'm gonna try it.
All right.
But I'm not gonna go as see, that's crazy. I'm not gonna go as long as they said, but I'll chill for a minute. But as you can see, that's
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, compared to a regular Coors, I don't think a Coors Banquet would have produced that much head on an aggressive.
No, I don't think so. Man.
Like that. So while that's going for a second, let me tell you about what they say about this beer. In 1847, Adolph Coors was born in a small European town of Barmen, where he learned the old ways of brewing crisp, clean German lagers that left no room for error, plenty of room for celebration. In honor of his unrelenting passion for brewing pristine beers that brought friends together, we give you Barmen Pilsner, first served on tap over 20 years ago, 7 minutes at a time. This Colorado legend gives you a chance to experience the original style as intended. So grab a glass, pour slowly, and cherish the experience. So that's what they're saying about this beer. It's kind of cool for a Coors product, though, right? It's like I've never seen this anywhere. In fact, the rep at the liquor store I was talking to that got this cheap just said that they had just given out select mix packs to various liquor stores, but people just didn't understand the product. The box doesn't really explain it very well, and I just don't think it sold well. And now they're just trying to offload it before the beer, codes out.
Right. I'm surprised they still make that the other one there.
The batch 19.
Yeah, I'm still surprised they.
Yeah,
but we can't find that here anymore. The first year it came out, we've had it here, but I haven't seen it since then. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know, if it had this story as it does on this one. I'll just hold it up there for a second for the viewers, but it's just
it's like Prohibition.
It talks about, it was banned during Prohibition. This is I think it's
pre-Prohibition.
Is 2019, right? It's pre-Prohibition. This was the pre-Prohibition original recipe.
Yeah.
So here's what this looks like now. Actually, the head's sticking around way longer than a normal Coors. So I'm just gonna do what they said and just pour the rest in, and thanks for waiting, man. I just wanted to try to honor the beer on what they wanted to do. This glassware is actually really awesome. It's from this cool Loveland, Colorado brewing called Big Beaver Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
So their tagline is "Bout, Got, or Licked," and if you look at the beaver, it definitely has a familiar design. But it's a nice dimpled German Stein, which I think This beer celebrates Barmen, Germany. Anyway, I don't mean to steal your thunder, Shag. Go ahead. I got this.
Oh no, I just cloudy. That's all I can say about the look. Cloudy, kind of like a golden lemonade look, I guess, to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you got on the nose, bro?
Smells like coffee and a blonde ale, pretty much. Like coffee mixed with a blonde, a little bit of coffee, not a whole lot. But.
So by blonde ale, are you just getting that like white bread and that
yeast? Yeah, pretty much that's it.
Yeah, okay. Like just nice and clean.
A little yeasty.
Bread, coffee.
Yeah, a little bread.
Yeasty coffee. It actually sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever had something exactly like that.
Yeah. I think we might have done one other one like this before, but I can't remember what it was. I'll go ahead and give mine a sip. Hey, speaking of beavers, you got pussies there too, huh?
Yes, that's like a hat trick. No, that's my curious little cat. She gets jealous when I do any kind of casting. I used to be I was always a dog guy. And when I moved to Colorado in 2015, both my dogs died within a month of me moving, and it was really traumatic. It sucked. I didn't have any pets for a while. My girlfriend has this really awesome cat, and I just kind of like ended up liking cats, but I was never a cat guy originally.
Where'd you move from? Was it California or?
No, it was Arizona.
Arizona, that's right.
When I first started watching you guys, I was like living in Mesa, Arizona.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a big blonde fan. Blonde beer, blonde ale.
It normally I'd rather just drink a lager, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna like.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I'd rather just have a cup of coffee here and a Budweiser over here or something.
Yeah.
Not a big blonde.
Do they at least blend it together though, where it's like interesting to drink?
I like coffee, but I don't like coffee mixed with a blonde ale. So I guess it's interesting if you're like a blonde ale fan and like coffee. But with me, I'm like 50-50 on it. Yeah.
Do you think that coffee flavors go better with the stout, where it's like got other roasty flavors, and that this might clash a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I think. The stouts and porters definitely with coffee flavor. It's not too many other beer styles you can mix coffee with. It tastes good, you know. To me. I mean, it's vanilla coffee. There's a little bit of vanilla taste there, but not much.
What's the mouthfeel like to you?
It's very light, watery.
It kind of looks like a hazy IPA. It's a kind of a weird looking beer.
Yeah, it is cloudy and hazy, but
or a Hefeweizen, or maybe it's like unfiltered blonde or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I'm glad they didn't call it morning glory because it's not glorious. But it does give me
I guess it does
give me a little bit of a glow, I guess. I don't know.
I can see what they're doing though. They're trying to come up with a different version of a coffee beer that nobody's had, right? There's a million coffee beers.
I haven't had too many beers in Florida that I consider great. Besides from a particular company, like that company, well, they have at least three good beers. Not too many, except for Cigar City is probably one of the biggest ones.
Yeah,
but I really don't like a lot of their beers either. There's too much hop, or whatever. But Hurricane, was that called Hurricane? I forget the name of the company. Does the Hurricane Oktoberfest or whatever?
Yeah, I've seen those reviews.
I got one of those as the oatmeal stout coming up by the same company. They're probably one of my favorite Florida beer companies, I think.
Nice. Well, this beer is finally settled down. It's kind of hard to like. I'll try to get to the camera where it's like it's kind of blending into the background because it's like the top of the glass is so bright. But
it's like a morning glow.
Yeah, I guess it goes good with It's actually just the like being sunset here, so you can tell this room. I tried to choose a room that had like good acoustics. This is our spare bedroom, and I'm like surrounded by tons of laundry that needs to be folded, so it's like a good sound studio for absorbing echoes. But we're getting hit by that backlight. But this thing, well, there we go. You can kind of see it a little bit more. The head actually finally, believe it or not, for a Coors product, it still has craggy, like little iceberg type of like bubbles on top. You know what I mean? That stuff, that milkshake. It's like sticking around a lot more than a standard Coors product. So I have drank one of these before, but I'm excited to just kind of review this. I haven't done it out of a big dimpled stein like this where I can really just kind of get in there. You know, it reminds me of a Czech Pilsner, but better. Sometimes the Czech Pilsners bother me because they have a little bit too much of that astringent, grassy herbalness. Like they hit them with a little too much. This is kind of like has more of a buttery, and it's kind of amber. If you can tell the color on that, really clear. But it's more amber than a Coors would normally be. It's more. It really is a talking about morning glow. This one ended up look at that, man. Like I'm just trying to really get that, like. It's just, it actually looks cool with the dimple effect. It looks like a honeycomb or something.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's there's definitely hops there, and not the type of hops that Coors would normally do. I think they're using authentic German hops because this is an ode to Barmen, Germany. You know, they want to make it somewhat German. So it reminds me of like a really good German lager, but maybe with an American spin on it. So here, cheers.
Yeah, and it's Beer Advocate said it's a Bohemian Czech Pilsner, but
so yeah, okay. So I was
Bohemian is in Germany though, right?
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. So maybe it is some kind of like Czech Pilsner hybrid because I will be honest, it's a little bit sweeter than a Czech. It's not as dry. And it doesn't have as much astringent grassy flavor. It's more like welcoming. And it almost has, I mean, it looks honey-like. It almost has a honey-like sweetness. It's semi-dry, like a semi-dry cider or something. You know, like it's drier than like a normal Coors.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I would say that the batch 19 is smoother and easier to drink, and I probably almost prefer it to this. But this is like if you want to see Coors making like a craft lager, I think this is like it. This is actually better than a lot of like craft lagers I've had from Sierra Nevada. Recently did like a German lager. Every year Sierra Nevada teams up with a brewery in Germany to do their Oktoberfest. Did you know every year that Sierra Nevada has a different recipe for their Oktoberfest?
I didn't know that. Wow. And
it's a different brewery every year that they team up with. So it reminds me of kind of like their attempt to do something like that, like an Americanized version, but it's cool, man. Like I asked the guy like at my liquor store, I was like, are you going to get this again? And he just said, there's no plans for them to make any more. It was kind of an unsuccessful launch because there's only one review of this actual canned beer on Beer Advocate. The rest of it's just draft reviews from the SandLot Brewery at Coors Field in Colorado, where the Rockies play. So it's interesting. It's it was cool to stumble across it, and for such a cheap price too. You know, I was just like, it's like one of those hidden gems that you find at a liquor store. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we did of course, we did the batch night or the batch 19 or whatever it's called years back. There was another one. I think Coors made it. It was called Night Shift or something like that. Was that Coors that made that?
It sounds familiar. Yeah, we'd have to look it up or something. But
and then we did because the Coors Extra Gold way back in the day.
Yeah,
which I guess they still have that, but it doesn't have Coors on it. It just says Extra Gold, but it's still brewed by Coors. But we got that back in like 2012. That was actually our 2012 End of the World beer review. Actually,
oh yeah, I remember now. Those videos are gone, unfortunately.
But I remember. Yeah, those are, and when I tasted it, I was like, oh god, that tasted horrible. It was better back when I was in high school.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go on a tour this year, maybe in June or July. I'm gonna go all the way up to my plan is definitely at least go to New York and come back, do a beer run. But I really want to go up to towards Wisconsin, Illinois, that area. Then cut over to New York, maybe even cut into Vermont, New Hampshire, and then come back down the East Coast, picking up beer along the way. But that might be too long to do that one. So maybe I'll just do the New York run first, and maybe next year I'll do the Wisconsin run. And then maybe Colorado run. Who knows, That'd be a long drive there, though.
It's just so tough cutting that far across country,
Yeah. I don't know how far it is to Colorado. It was probably about 30-hour drive. I don't know.
Well, we figured out that it was Indiana that was the halfway point. Remember, like when you and Jammer plugged it in that one time. Like if we were to meet up for a trade, it would be like in Indiana where we could like exchange beer at the border or something. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because if we did like if you Google directions from here to Denver, it takes you all the way up to like southern part of Indiana or Illinois, across North Missouri.
That southern part of Indiana. Yeah, it was crazy. It must just kind of go around a lot of that like congestion or whatever. I mean, like
It must not. Probably the roads in Oklahoma, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas probably are not good, I guess, to go through. Maybe don't want us going through the Ozarks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, it's a wrangle. I've driven from Phoenix to Fort Myers, Florida before. My dad moved to Fort Myers about 7-8 years ago, and I helped him just drive down. He had 2 rather large dogs that we put in the back of his Suburban. We built a kennel in the back of his Suburban to transport them, and you can't really fly with dogs that big, so they were like big Chesapeake Bay retrievers. So we did the drive, and it's a long haul, man, to get to Florida from like the Southwest or out here and stuff. It's a long drive.
Well, from here to Denver, it's 26 hours straight. Okay. That's not including like gas stops, restroom stops.
Yeah, it's a wrangle, dude. That's more like a 2-3 day trip, depending on how you break it up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not the type of person who can sleep in the car and take turns driving with each other and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. But I think your trip to New York, that'll be a good. Believe it or not, even New Jersey, man. New Jersey's got some good beer stores. I know some people out there that like can get some pretty good beer there. So don't discount New Jersey. Like look some stuff up. Like plan a good route through and maybe hit some like Jersey liquor stores up on your way just to see if you can find anything cool. And then just keep going up to New York, Yeah.
Well, I'm going to Central New York, not New York City.
Okay. So you probably going through Jersey, then that makes sense, yeah.
No, but I could always cut over when I'm coming back through Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's actually got some pretty good craft breweries and beer and stuff.
Yeah, and some good craft beers too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there.
A lot of regional stuff too. I mean, because where I lived in Northeast Pennsylvania, they got Stagmeyer and Lions Brewery, which makes Stagmeyer.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, of course, you got Iron City, but they have a lot of crappy beers they make. There's one called Old German. It's like a red, white, blue can. It's like this weird looking dude, red and blue, and he's kicking something. Or it's like a crap beer. I remember when I was a kid, I'd see cans of those all over the place. It's like shitty beer, but it'd be good to review, I think.
That'd be fun, man. Yeah, you can find some cool stuff. Ultimately, we'll do a beer trade, even if I have to like mail it or we meet up. Like we'll figure out a way to do it,
Yeah, maybe we'll fly there.
Stuff, Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Maybe we'll fly there, and then we could rent a car on the way back.
Yeah, you guys could do something like that,
SUV, loaded up, a van, a minivan.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Like, do you think you could like handle that much time with you and Jammer in the same vehicle? Do you guys think you could road trip for like 30 hours?
I don't know.
Maybe back in the day, but now you guys are like, getting older and grumpier.
Yeah. Last time we went on vacation together, it was kind of. Well, he got sunburned for one thing, but yeah.
Oh, that'll always make you grumpy.
It's like, what are you doing?
You guys weren't lining up, man.
Yeah. The stars are crossed.
It's tough to vacation with friends, man. It's cool because you're like, hey, they're my friend. I want to like let's vacation. It should be, in theory, it sounds like a cool idea, but unless everybody's on the same page on everything, it can go.
Yeah, we did have a good time the one night that he got sunburned after we finally found a place to eat, and we went out and did karaoke at some hole in the wall bar.
Nice.
So that's pretty good. And then while we were waiting for Uber, we just decided to start walking. It was probably about 5 miles to our hotel.
Yeah.
So we told the Uber guy, text him, hey, we're going to be walking, so catch up with us. And yeah. It was fun.
This still sounds cool, man. Like, where was that again? Was that in Florida somewhere?
Yeah, that was down by Anna Maria Island, which is
nice.
South of St. Pete. By Sarasota, north of Sarasota, Florida.
Nice. Nice, man. So how's your beer like finishing up? Like, does it taste any better as it warms, or is it getting worse?
Actually, I'm getting more vanilla now than I am the coffee. Actually, surprisingly. So
Sometimes like blonde ales will have that like vanilla with the white bread. They'll have that tiny bit of like the sweetness from the malt gives it like a little bit of that. Is that kind of what you're getting, or is it more pronounced? Is it like a confectionery vanilla, or is it more of like a sweet white bread vanilla?
probably
Combination of the two?
a combination. Yeah, it dissipates really quick. You get it up front and middle, and as soon as it gets past the middle,
Do they brew with vanilla, or is this just like a combination of everything that's happening with it?
Oh, sorry. Let's see if I can read this. It's on the Beer Advocate, same thing.
Yeah, cool.
Morning awakens with soft glows of golden perfection. Hazy rays of sunshine peek through the silence, bringing the first light to a new day. Sense of daybreak and sounds of a new beginning permeate the air. Make your morning, evening, or afternoon glow with our Vanilla Coffee Blond Ale. We've gently infused a delicate blonde with Madagascar vanilla beans and locally roasted blonde coffee, creating a palatable work of art reminiscent of vanilla latte paired with a freshly baked scone. Yeah.
Yeah, the scone maybe you're getting that like sweet, like, yeah. I could see the esters of the yeast and coffee combining with the like scone malt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like a vanilla coffee flavor.
I never had vanilla coffee, I don't think. Besides Starbucks in the
Commonly
bottle.
put in coffee. They usually do it in the frappuccinos and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the only type of vanilla, where it says vanilla is the Starbucks, the glass bottle ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those. Yeah, that's interesting, man. Like, so what are you giving this as a rating, dude?
Man, I wish I had one more. But I give it a B minus and a swallow. Yeah, it's not really bad, not real super good. Like I'm like, I can't wait to get one more of these. But it's pleasantly surprising, I guess. Pleasantly.
I mean, that's cool. Like, it's always good if a beer ends good. I'm gonna get some good gulps on this real quick.
Yeah, I think I buzzed off that last one to 7%. I'm a lightweight nowadays. I tell you, ever since I had lung surgery,
yeah,
two or three beers, I'm like starting to buzz already. So.
I've been cutting back on the alcohol, so I'm a little more buzzed than normal too. I've been having to, I got some blood work and some medical tests done recently, and they said that I'm okay, but they're like, some of your numbers are like close enough on the enzymes that like, hey, you need to cut back on the cholesterol and alcohol, watch your blood pressure, get more exercise. It's old age, man. I'm about to hit 40, so I'm like getting hit with that reality. You know what's up, dude? Like, you gotta
I wish I was 40 again.
It's real lifetime, baby.
Real life.
But that's just part of growing up, right?
Yeah.
But this beer, I don't want to like kill the review with like horrible real life talk. It's interesting, man. What do you think about Coors products in general, Rook? What do you think about Banquet and Coors Light? How do you feel about it?
I like Coors Banquet out of the bottle, but I hate the snub nose bottles. I wish they'd go back to the long necks.
Okay.
I like it out of the bottle, but I don't like snub nose bottles. I feel weird drinking out of snub nose. But yeah, I like Banquet. Out of the bottle, it tastes sweet. The can tastes weird out of the can. I don't know why with Coors. But I wish they might have it there in Colorado where they don't have it anywhere here I've ever seen on the East Coast. Coors Banquet on draft. Do they have that anywhere in Colorado?
So it's super rare, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think you have to go to the brewery itself. In fact, I don't even see it in bottles anymore. I only see Banquet in cans only.
Wow. And you're in Colorado.
And I'm in Colorado. Although at Walmart, they did have the stubbies the last time. So when I got this mix pack, there's a Walmart next door to that liquor store warehouse I go to. And I went over there just to get some food, and I went to the beer section. and I looked at, the bottles were the same price as the cans. You could get the stubby bottle 12-pack for $12.79.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
I don't like those little bottles. They're just
but they are 12 ounce, so you're not getting like jacked.
Right.
They're just kind of like annoying, but it's better if
weird.
you.
I mean, even the top of them are like that.
Yeah. It's you kind of got to pour it into a glass, but what are you gonna do? It's as close as you can get to what you're saying. But I will say that, like, for people that like Coors, if there's any future viewers that are going to be watching this, is that this is kind of the epitome of like. This is like the most craft Coors you're going to have. It's basically kind of like a hoppier version of a banquet. And it finishes a tiny bit drier, but it has a caramel sweetness. This is all malt too. Does Coors, remind me, Shag, does Coors use corn, or do they don't use rice because that's more
right? Yeah, I think they use corn. Corn is the sweet waters of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, so I want to say that this feels more like an all malt. I can't verify that because I couldn't find an exact recipe, but I feel like this is sort of like, imagine an all malt version with no corn of Banquet with like some like noble hops, and that's pretty much what the Barmen is.
Okay. Yeah, and another great craft beer that Coors makes is Killian's Red.
Are you joking?
Well, back when
I like Killian's Red a little bit. As far as like a pizza night, bar night beer, I think it's good.
Yeah, I like it on draft. If someplace has it on draft, it's really good on draft.
No, like I've had it on draft with friends.
I liked it way back in the day when I started hanging out with Jammer. We started bowling. We started getting into stuff other than Bud Light type beers. So we were drinking German stuff, Beck's, Coors. I mean, not Coors, the Killians, and then we're doing more foreign stuff though. But pretty much some of it was probably made here in America. Dos Equis and stuff. We're like, we're drinking some imported stuff. Before we started going to craft beers, but so Killian's, I thought, wow, this is the best beer ever. Back then, like 1999, 98, 99. 2000. That was my beer back then. Yeah. And then when I had it on draft, I'm like, oh my God, it's on draft. That's awesome. But that's about it with Killian's. And then I think somebody said they changed the formula a few years back. I don't know if they did or not. It tastes different to me than I thought. Maybe my palate has grown. But are
you talking about Killian's?
Yeah.
Because I swear it used to have more of an European hop, like it tasted more of like an authentic Irish lager, and I feel like they dumbed it down when they got bought out or when they decided to make a bigger market move.
Might be.
Same way, dude. So New Belgium Fat Tire used to be an amazing amber ale, and now they've really dumbed it down, and it's like this syrupy, disgusting fucking slop.
Oh, really? Wow.
Use my language, but like I live in Fort Collins, which is like the land of Fat Tire. Like Fat Tire was born here, and now it's shunned by the locals, dude. Everybody here fucking hates Fat Tire and thinks New Belgium is a bunch of fucking poser bitches, dude. Wow. Everybody here, like, and I still will buy. So I told you in Jammer that I get Mountain Time lager from New Belgium. It's an all malt 4.4% lager. You can get a case for $19.99, and it's good. It's a good lager. But, like, they've reduced themselves down to, like, they used to make sours and, like, IPAs and, like, the Voodoo Ranger stuff. But now, dude, they're just cranking out lagers. They got bought out. They got bought out by Kirin, the Japanese beer company with the little...
Oh, really?
Dragon Horse. Yeah, the little fucking Dragon Horse people, they bought New Belgium, and they suck now.
The little Dragon Horse people.
So Kirin owns a Australian company called Little Lion, and Little Lion then bought New Belgium for like $1 billion, dude. It's a fucking huge deal. Like $1 billion. Like that's crazy, dude.
What's the name of the one you said you do? The one by them, New Belgium. What's it called?
So
what do you like?
Oh, it's called Mountain Time.
Mountain Time. Okay.
Yeah. It might only be available in Colorado. People call it Colorado Budweiser.
I'll have to look because I saw a variety pack they had a couple weeks ago. They had 3 different beers.
Sometimes the variety packs do have Mountain Time in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look, see if that. I'll have to go back out, see if that has that.
It's a good beer, but the variety packs are like $16 for a 12-pack. But if you just buy Mountain Time, it's $20, $19.99 for a 24-pack, which is like a decent price, right, for a good lager.
Yeah.
But I think they only have that in select markets. They just rolled it out here. They're trying to compete with have you seen Founders All Day IPA for $15.99? Do you guys have Founders in your area ever?
We have Founders, yeah.
They sell those 15 packs for $15.99, and New Belgium, I think, is trying to compete with that like 80 cent to $1 beer market. Like, I don't know, man. These days, I'm doing okay on money, but I can't spend. I can't be buying $5 to $10 pints every day. I gotta have some
There was a black IPA New Belgium did, but I don't. Maybe they retired it because I don't see it on the list here.
Well, they've done 1554, which was like a darker beer. As far as
European dark
black IPA, oh man, what was I thinking of? They did do one a long time ago. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, they probably discontinued. Yeah, I can see the 1554. We did that one too. Yeah, it's considered dark or something. Just saw it. Oh yeah, that's considered a dark European dark. But there was one that was a black IPA back, but I guess they don't have it anymore.
I think that might have been.
Oh no, they have a newer one now called Snow Day Winter Ale. It's a black.
Yes, Cascade. Snow Day is a black IPA. That's a black IPA.
We might have done that one. Maybe that was it. I can't. I remember.
Snow Day is the only black IPA from them I can think of.
Okay, maybe that was it.
But it's discontinued. Actually, so last year every year when they bring out their winter folly pack, they have a throwback winter beer, and I think they brought back Snow Day last year. So there might be some newer reviews from last year of people buying it from the mix pack.
It was quite a few years ago we did it. I don't remember being a winter one. I just thought, I don't know, maybe, who knows. But it'll still be on Beer Advocate, though, if they discontinued it, right? Usually they leave those in there.
I mean, I think if you look up Snow Day on Beer Advocate, it'll say that it was a winter seasonal, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a black Cascadian dark ale.
Yeah, Cascadian dark ale, yeah.
And 1554, the European dark.
Yeah, 1554 is like very much like those creamy Euro dark lagers.
Mm-hmm.
You and Jammer, I think, have maybe reviewed a couple of the Euro dark lagers. It's not really that often. They're kind of like a Schwarzbier, but not really. Like the Euro dark lager doesn't have to be from Germany. So it's an interesting style. But since you like lagers and stouts, I think you've always been a fan of the darker lagers, right?
Mostly, yeah. I mean, I like stouts. I'm not a big IPA fan, but usually if I get some black IPAs, they're pretty good. They're a little bit more robust,
Yeah.
So it kind of covers some of that, hoppy citrus stuff,
I think I missed your score of the beer before this. What did you rate that red IPA?
God, what did I give that? I think I give that a B plus. I think.
Oh, it was a B. Oh, it was a B plus. Okay.
I think so.
You gave this beer B plus too, so both of them were a B plus.
I'm on a roll.
Or did you give this a B minus? Now I'm confused. If you
I think I give this one a B plus too.
B plus. Yeah, they're both B pluses. Yeah,
I think so.
Well, I finished this guy up. I'm gonna give this an A, dude. I think for a Coors, I think this is like the top of the Coors pile, dude. I like it.
What kind of beer is that again?
Oh, this was the Barmen.
No, who makes it?
This is Coors, the Coors Barmen. So Adolph Coors was born in Barmen, Germany. So Barmen is a I don't know, a city or province or whatever you call it in Germany. Yeah. That's where Adolph Coors was born. Normally he signs his name A. Coors, but they just went full Adolph on this one. Hold on.
I can't say Coors like you Coors, but
look, check it out. Coors. Look at this. So Barmen, Germany, birthplace of Adolph Coors. They had that right on the can. Look at that.
Thank God someone didn't screw up that day and put Hitler on there.
No, I was actually like, you guys gotta cut it up with the Adolf. It's not a good marketing move. He's like, my name's Adolph Coors. You're like,
it's not a popular name. You don't see too many people naming their children Adolph.
But no, they normally do it. So check it out. Look at how he signs his name on the batch 19. It's A Coors. It's not Adolph. It's A period Coors.
Right.
So they went full like Nazi Germany on this motherfucker. It's like this is like they're totally like Adolph Coors made this, and he was born in Barmen, Germany. But here's the logo again, and it says German Brewing Legacy. So they're really going off of like, okay, this is a beer from his roots, you know. Mm-hmm. And here's where I got this wrong. I thought the Barmen was 5.5. It turns out the batch 19, check it out, that is 5.5%, 26 IBU. And then, so if we do another video, I'll probably review the batch 19 because I have another one left.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll do the batch 19. I got two stouts. I got an oatmeal stout and a chocolate stout. Maybe I'll do the chocolate. They're both.
I think the chocolate stout would go good with the batch 19. They're both. I think that's like more in the wheelhouse of the batch 19.
It might. It's Rogue, so it's the only beer I get out of state today.
I like Rogue, dude.
All the other beers today I bought, besides the Irish ones, were in-state beers.
In-state beers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I give mine an A. So what do you? I'm doing a Swarter. I'm doing a swallow and a quarter. What are you doing?
I just want a regular swallow.
Regular swallow. All right. I'm doing an A and a Swarter. I recommend the Barmen, dude. If you can find the Barmen, go with the Barmen.
We'll look for that. Yeah. But, I don't know if I told you, if you watched my first video, Jammer, I was like, hey, he says, hey, well, maybe we can do beer reviews St. Patrick's Day. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I heard part of that. He says, I'll try to take the next day off, so I won't have to worry about going to work. I'm like, okay. I said, well, if you go down, because he goes down to St. Pete occasionally, I said, if you go down there, good stores that he used to go to, see if you get some good Irish beers,
Yeah.
Well, he shows me a picture yesterday or 2 days ago of all the beers. He goes, I got some beers. I don't know if he went to St. Pete or bought them somewhere else, but he showed me all these beers. There's like 3 German beers, a couple local beers. I'm like, it's not Irish beer, so that's why I went shopping today. I got a couple Irish ones, the normal stuff, and then I bought 4 beers to review by myself. I was going to save these to do with Jammer, but I'm like, he can't shop right, so I'm going to review these by myself.
Nice, man.
Yeah, we can do that again. We'll do another one. I'll set it up, and I'll send you a link.
Sweet.
All right. Well, Shagdog and Jammerfan, not Jammer. And we are the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. We will see you in a few moments for all of our 0 viewers watching.
Well,
all right.
Future viewers, like the Barmen Pilsner, maybe people will know, and the Morning Glory or Morning Glow.
Yeah.
You may get some,
Yeah. Well, finally, Tech9 found our new channel. He left a couple comments last week, and and we got somebody else subscribed to us. So we're up over 20 now. We're getting there.
Nice. All right, buddy. Yeah.
All right. See you on the next one. Shagdog.
Jammer fan. Standing in for Jammer tonight.
Yes.